Come here. Bandit.
This is the one I can see through the window when I'm walking up the stairs. Golly! It's not enough to get comfortable. Really the major focus this summer is going to be this rock retaining wall and the house, getting the stain finished on the house, getting a lot of the landscaping finished on the house, and we're going to grade this out here in front so we don't have any more of this. So water coming off the hill, like right now you can see I still have water coming off the hill. I'm going to have to do some more grading up there, but I have to take all of this into consideration as I'm building the retaining wall. It's going to be a whole process to get this figured out. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm fairly confident I have enough boulders around the place to get the job done. The new trail takes me right up to a little boulder patch that will be amazing if I can figure out how to get the boulders from up there down here safely, and I think I have something figured out. But it's just a tiny bit too wet still. So hopefully in the next week or two, I'm going to get to start on this. And I've been looking forward to this one for a long time.
Thank you to Nutscom for sponsoring today's video. Heath is patiently waiting for the solar eclipse. I'm getting some vitamin D. We're both enjoying salted pistachios from our favorite Nuts.com. Nuts.com is your one-stop shop for freshly roasted nuts, dried fruit, sweets, pantry staples like specialty flours, and more. Their wide selection means there's something for everyone. Nuts.com has amazing variety of nuts, but that's not all. They have over 50 varieties of trail mix, tons of flavored popcorn choices, energy squares, fruit leather, and so much more. At Nuts.com, quality is top priority. They roast their nuts and pop their corn the same day it ships, so they reach you deliciously fresh. Satisfaction is guaranteed. We are a family that's always on the go that loves high-quality snacks. Nuts.com makes it easy to shop for something for the whole family. Whether it's pretzels or trail mix or dried fruit, which is one of our favorites, there's something for everybody. Right now, Nuts.com is offering new customers a free gift with purchase and free shipping with orders over $29 if you go to nuts.com/redpoppyranch.
Am I supposed to see something?
I forgot to tell him that the eclipse was last week. But either way, go to nuts.com/redpoppyranch and place your order today.
Thanks, Nuts.com. All right. Well, if the year was 1992, then my older brother would be just about to graduate from high school, and my Bobcat 853H skid steer would be brand new. Well, my older brother's going to turn 50 this year, and the Bobcat 853H skid steer needs another replacement hydraulic line. I had a concern when I bought an older machine like this that the hydraulic lines would potentially be an issue, and I paid accordingly. But I still love this machine. Well, at the moment, I have about 6 other jobs I need to get done that all revolve around my Bobcat 853H skid steer. And until I get the hydraulic leak fixed, I can't get any of these other jobs done. And because the machine is over 30 years old, I'm going to replace both lift hydraulic lines on this side while I have it apart. Now this particular skid steer was only made for about 6 years in the 90s, and had I known it was a 1992 model, I probably would have been a little bit hesitant to buy it. But after running the machine for the last 2 years, it has proven to be one of the most important tools on our little spread. Our fallow deer normally eat one 70-pound bale of alfalfa hay about every 2 days. This is premium alfalfa that I got from a friend's farm nearby, and it cost a lot more, but I think this hay will go further and they will waste much less. The mud season is finally coming to an end, and I know how much it means to Cedar to have a nice clean Jeep, even though we do live where we live. And my son Rhett's truck's going to stay here while he's in basic training. Now, if you remember, this is the replacement truck that we got after Rhett rolled his truck a few years ago. It's a 2001 Dodge Ram with a 12-valve and an NV 4500. Rhett and I are talking about pulling the drivetrain out of this truck and finding some pristine square body somewhere to do a swap with.
We're going to keep Rhett's truck here for the next 6 months, and to be honest, after we dropped him off, we pulled into the driveway and his truck was sitting there, and it was kind of heart-wrenching on my mama heart, but we're proud of him. We're excited for him to be chasing his dream, and we can't wait to see him in a few months. We just drove about an hour away to come to a little antique swap meet type deal. Day date, no kids. We're gonna hopefully find some things for, I don't know, one man's junk is another man's treasure. That's what we like to say.
There's no such thing as a bad antique swap meet.
Right.
Let's go see what we got.
There you go. Found it.
How much is that one?
It's not for sale.
It's for sale, I promise.
No tag.
Somebody wants that somewhere. If I regret not buying one piece, it would be this base made out of a World War I casing. It says 1918 on the side, but I believe this came from a factory in France after World War I where these casings were used to sell as trench art, but it isn't in fact trench art. Getting your painting? That's a real painting.
Are the treasures? Well, that was fun. We got out of there with just a few things. I wanted one of everything, but controlled myself. Got my favorite things.
It's fun to go to these neighboring communities and go to these local regional antique swap meets, because you know the idea. I found some stuff that was local stuff, and that's what I like. I like, you know, everybody's got Idaho potato sacks everywhere, but I have this new thing with regional Idaho potato sacks. So anyway, 2 weeks, there's another one. Cedar has decided she wants to sell everything and buy a trailer and fill it full of antiques and drive around the country with these people, just selling it, playing.
That sounds fun, doesn't it?
What game were they playing out there? What's that game called?
Cornhole.
Playing horseshoes and cornhole, and anyway, it was
sounds
fun.
like a life to me. I'd love that.
It was fun. Lots of cool Western antiques, which is always fun to see. So.
We got a really cool original oil painting. I'm so excited about.
$35 for a regional oil painting. That's why we come to. That's why I like to come to these things, I think.
Yep.
I don't think I'm going the right way, by the way.
Yes, you are.
I'm driving like I know where I'm going.
Once you find the Maverick, you are good to go.
There's the Maverick.
Yep.
In case you're not aware of what it is, it's the mountains. It always has been the mountains, and it always will be the mountains, especially the Rocky Mountains. There's a podcast that I like to listen to called Bear Grease, where a guy named Clay Newcomb once referred to the Ozarks as a much more intimate and personal mountain range when compared to the Rockies, and I suppose I would say the same thing if I was born and raised multi-generation in Arkansas. But I'm not. I'm fifth generation Idahoan after living 37 years in Arizona. And it's been said that if you could flatten out all the mountains in Idaho and keep the same surface area, the only state larger than Idaho would be Alaska. But I've always had this interesting relationship with mountains, starting with the superstitions back in Arizona. I spent a lot of time dove hunting and quail hunting in superstitions back in the good old days. And there's a lot of mystery around those mountains as well. Again, in an effort to control where the water goes, I've been wanting to backfill this spot since I moved that diesel tank. Using the skid steer, I'm trying to help what little bit of water is still draining off the hill go to the right places, but it's still a little bit too wet. Because that diesel tank has been moved, I now have a place to park the wheelers and the lawnmower that'll be out of the weather.
felt a kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stare a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We don't have to settle down. Please don't.
Best part about my finds, $1 at the thrift store. Yes, I'll wash it, but $1. This is the stuff that I love to do. This was so fun. We still are on the lookout for a few things. We're looking for a dresser and maybe something to hang the clothes up on, and some more pictures or something for the walls. And just like everything else around here, it's to be continued. And yes, that is the picture that we got at the antique place, and we love it.
A couple of years back, I really wanted to see how long diesel and gasoline would last around my place if I put the proper stabilizers in it, and if I sourced it from the local wholesaler as opposed to getting it at the gas station. And I'm here to tell you that I have diesel that is 2.5 years old, and I have gasoline that is approaching 3 years old, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with either one of them. I run them in my equipment all the time. Well, this is the point at which I'm trying to get to. The excavator's down there. Willie's right there. I've got 6,100 feet right here, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to get this next kind of corner cut in so I can set up to go straight up and then curve around one more time, and that should get me right up over that little ridge right there, which is where I'm trying to get. So 6,100 feet right here. I want to see what the difference is between the excavator and right here. Come on, buddy. I just checked the elevation right here, and it's about 6,000 feet. So it's 100 feet difference between where I'm trying to get to and right here. And I actually think I have enough ground to get there. I'm up high enough now that the ground's still really soft, and that's turning into a mud hole. So I think I'm done for today. This needs to sit for a couple more days. It's hard on the excavator, and I'm just not getting anywhere. So hopefully just a couple of days this dries out. We've got some 70-degree weather around the corner, and then I can get up here and get this done. Well, I was hoping today would be the day that I would get the last part of this trail completely cut in and tied into this point that I've been trying to get to all winter. But the ground is still a little bit too wet, and I'm going to have to give it a few more days to dry out. But you can see how close I am to getting this second part of the trail done. And because I'm not dealing with the snow, the third part of the trail should go really fast. Now this right here is where I'm hoping the third and final portion of the trail is going to end. I just have to connect these 2 points, then we're finished. After the record winter that we had 2 winters ago, I'm happy to see a few turkeys moving around. It was thought that nearly 90% of the turkeys may have been lost up our drainage after that winter 2 years ago. We just wanted to say thank you for taking time to stop by and see what we're up to. My goal is to get on that retaining wall as soon as I can, and if the sun stays out, that should happen pretty soon. See you in a week.